Welcome to Stars EU Highlights, a podcast series where we explore European values for innovation in the field of education.
So welcome to Stars EU Highlights. I'm Natasha, and in today's episode we will be talking about gamification in higher education, how game-based approaches can support digital literacy, inclusion, and innovation in university teaching, and what this means for educators taking part in training like the game-based workshop on digital literacy and inclusion for educators here in Tenerife. To explore this topic, I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Madelon van Oomstrom. Van Oomstrom is a sociologist by training and currently serves as an associate professor at Hanze University of Applied Science in the Netherlands. Her work spans multiple intersecting domains such as digital health, digital transformation, human-centered technologies, ICT innovation, and entrepreneurial projects. Welcome, Professor. We are grateful to have you here.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
So let's start with the basics. When you talk about gamification or game-based learning, what do you mean? And how do you usually use it in your teaching?
Well, game-based learning is actually a fun way to have people think about what they know already. It's a fun way and a playful way to create awareness and to contribute to a social learning process at the same time. Because when you play in a game-based or when you learn in a game-based setting, you're addressing a topic that needs to be explored or you want to further learn about. You promote interaction with peers. And you create very meaningful discussions about what things mean for you or what is your experience on a certain topic and how you can actually learn from each other. So game-based learning, and specifically for digital competence, this is also what we are going to do today in the workshop, will help hopefully to create dialogues and exchange of knowledge and experiences between learners.
So could you share one simple experience of gamification worked well in your class?
Yes, of course. So I teach at the Master of Digital Technology at Hanze. I'm not a technologist myself, but I'm an innovation specialist, as you mentioned. So I look at leadership in digital transformation and the impact of digital transformation or technologies in people's life. So when we discuss leadership styles for innovation processes, I have students come up and play on prior experiences, have them come up with scenarios. So scenarios that they have experience with, and then they let others make an educated guess, or have others learn as experts or act as experts. So it's normally these are bits of game-based learning bits that help people starting the conversation and learning from each other.
Nice, great.
Yeah.
So this workshop is aimed at educators, yeah? So why do you think teacher training is so important to introduce gamification and support innovation in university teaching?
Yeah, well, this happens maybe also in other professions. Teachers, in my experience, and being one myself, we are curious all the time, but also we are quite impatient when we learn things. So like a doctor, when they're sick, and doctors know all about health issues, so they think they know better, or they are also knowledgeable about it. So they are more like, they know all the tricks how to say. So when you train teachers or train trainers, it's really important to make it accessible, make it interactive. So we are not telling someone how it is. It is actually how can you learn together from experiences and from games. So that's the nice thing of working or training teachers or working with professionals in general, because they have a lot of experience themselves. And what we most learn about, at least according to Einstein, for example, is from experience in life. That's the best master for learning. So if we can learn from each other in game-based settings, then it's a very approachable way, and it also sticks to one's memory, because game-based working is an experience in itself, and the experience is something that sticks better in our head, and we can record it better, we can tell it to others. So that's a playful way to stay ahead of nowadays topic and evolutions on digital technologies, for example, which are always transforming our day-to-day life.
That's right. So from your perspective as a sociologist, how does this way of looking at society and inclusion influence the way you design game-based activities?
Well, in sociology, we have a specific lens, I would say. So we look at the structures of power in society and who is on top of the structure, the social structure, the elites, and who is below, the ones with less or with few power and few resources. Knowledge is a resource. So in game-based education, what we do, of course, is make knowledge more accessible, make experiences more accessible. And as a sociologist, also what we normally do is we look at the unintended effects of phenomena. Digital technologies, innovation is a social phenomenon because it's being created in interaction. And digital technology can be a solution for a certain group of people or for a certain problem, but it can also be at the same time a new problem for others who are at risk of being excluded by these same technologies. So for example, we have our telephones. It's a fantastic way to communicate. We have a lot of information on the internet. Now with all the AI developments, we have way more faster to analyze information and to retrieve it. But at the same time, these new developments also suppose a barrier of access to those who are not that knowledgeable about it, or don't have access in the first place, or just don't know how to use it, or are afraid to use it because every time a window pops up, oh, I better not click because then maybe everything will be destroyed. I mean, people with fewer digital literacy skills tend to be more cautious and careful. So a sociologist looks at the impact of things for good, but also especially we care about what negative or unintended effects these technologies can have. And we study it in that direction and try to come up with solutions for inclusion and for, well, creating more awareness and creating more possibilities for people to learn.
Great. So finally, the last question is, what message could you like to send to professors who are thinking about introducing this type of methodology?
Yeah, I think everyone has experiences. When we talk about digital technologies in general, I mean, in technologies in general, our societies are very much technified. I don't know if that's the right word.
Technified?
Yeah, it is, okay. So what happens that in our day-to-day life, even students who start a university degrees in their first year, they have all access to social media. They all use digital technology. So the best way to promote a fruitful and productive dialogue about it and about the risks and the opportunity that it brings is to create a gamified teaching and learning experience that allows students to share their knowledge, so everyone is feeling confident and well when you are able to share something that you know about. And you might feel proud to share what you know about things. And also, it really stimulates the critical thinking about the possible risks. Before saying, this is, oh, be careful, this is dangerous, or don't do this or don't do that, let people themselves come up with what they consider is at risk or what could be a possible future problem. So the gamified teaching and learning methodology overall allows people to start up a critical dialogue and come up with useful insights, and maybe helps people to want to learn more about it, and definitely creates a common product of knowledge in a way when they share their experiences. And most of all, we always learn from each other. And what's in 20 hats that is being discussed commonly, there's always something that you stick with that and that you take away.
We have come to the end of this episode, Playing to Learn, Gamification, Digital Literacy and Inclusion. I would like to warmly thank Dr. Madelon von Oomstrom for sharing her experience and for showing how gamification, sociology and teacher training can come together to support more inclusive and innovative teaching practices. Thank you as well to everyone listening to us on the Stars U platforms. We hope this conversation encourages educators to take part in workshops like this one, to explore game-based approaches, and to bring more playful, meaningful learning experiences into their classrooms. From Tenerife, this is Stars U Highlights, signing off. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next podcast.
Stars EU, transforming regions, empowering people.